Very good evening, friends. My name is Anshu Shivastav and hope you are doing well. Today we are going to start one interesting chapter, and the name of that chapter is AWS, which stands for Amazon Web Service. I hope you have already aware about this topic earlier. So let's we see some important points in this AWS which will be essential to understand in your practical life. Now let's start about the overview of AWS. It is a subsidiary of Amazon that provides on demand cloud computing platform and API to individuals, companies, and governments on a metered pay as you go basis. The second point is that it provides to live video streaming. The last one is it is a cost effective deliver media content to a global audience. I hope this overview of AWS is clear to you. So, whatever the service in the cloud you are using through internet, you have to pay by yourself as per as your need. And we have two workflow live streaming we will discuss on recent topic, and this is a cost effective deliver media contents to the global audience means whatever the content you have, it should be published globally through all the audience. Now let's talk about the important media protocol streamings. We have so many types of media protocol streaming. So here we have to understand that which media protocol streaming is related to which platform device, because every streaming they have some kind of features. Okay, so we have to go through on that. The first one is RTMP. It's a real-time messaging protocol. HLS, HTTP live streaming, MPEG dash, dynamic adaptive streaming over HTTP. Then HDS, it's HTTP dynamic streamings. The second last is Microsoft Smooth Streaming, and the last one is RTSP, that is real time streaming protocols. So I hope we will understand one by one that which media protocol streaming does what. So we have already discussed that we will discuss about the two workflow. One workflow is based on live streaming on AWS with Amazon S3, and the second one is live streaming on AWS. So here if you see AWS services, let me zoom column 2. It has, see this one, AWS services, it has two tools. One is the Elemental Media Live, second is a simple storage service Amazon S3. Okay, so this is the two tools which we will use live streaming on AWS with Amazon S3. Now customization is very less, very few tools we need here. Inputs, as I know that we have to fed input sources, and that is your media protocol streamings. So we have to check that in this workflow which media protocol streaming support. Number one is uniform resource locator URL, pull RTMP real time messaging protocol. Okay, it's push RTP, It's a real-time transport protocol push and elemental link device with no redundancy. So in this workflow, there is no redundancy, and these media protocol streamings support on this workflow. And the output we will get here HLS, that is HTTP live streaming protocol. Only that output we will get from this workflow. And let's we talk about content protections. It is not be there, not applicable. DVR like features, live, rewind, restart, etc. It is not added here in this column. Build live to VOD workflow. VOD stands by video over demands. Okay, it is also not added here in column 2. So I hope first workflow is clear to you when we use Amazon S3. Okay, now let's understand about the live streaming on AWS, the column 3rd. If you see here, Elemental Media Live. So same tools we will use in both the workflow, and Elemental Media Package. That media package, okay, it is not there in first workflow. So this is the new tool here, which is added on live streaming on AWS. So first of all, you have to understand that the Elemental Media Live ingest the input video source as well as it encode the signals, encode the streamings. Whereas when we talk about the Elemental Media Package, it transcode into ABR. Okay, so here the customization is more, and if you see the input sources, all are same. URL pull, RTMP push, RTMP pull, RTP push, and media connect with inputs with redundancy. Okay, so here redundancy is there. Multiple outputs including CMAF, HLS, and dash for playback support on different player. Now this is the important thing. Here HLS output is only available there in workflow 1, but when we talk about the workflow 2, these are the output we will receive. Okay, one is CMAF, that is common media application format, and the second we have already discussed, HLS, it's HTTP live streaming protocol, and the last one is your dash we have already aware that MPEG dash, dynamic adaptive streaming over HTTP. Now let's we talk about content protections. Here it is available DRM. Okay, it's a content protection support. Now DVR like features, rewind, live rewind, restart, yes, that feature is available here. And build live to VOD workflow, it is also available here. So I hope both the workflow we have understand what are the features are there of AWS and how we can do the comparison in these workflow. So this is the first workflow what we discussed just now. Now let me zoom this one. This is the live channel source. I'm talking about a camera. So you are aware that it gives media protocol streamings. Okay, like URL, RTMP, RTP. Okay, these kind of RTMP, RTP. These kind of media protocol streamings. It is just fed to Elemental Media Live, and what it does, this is live video processing, means ingest as well as encode. Now here this Amazon S3, it is used as file storage buckets, and we have already discussed that The media elemental live, it just gives out HLS. Okay. And the third is your Amazon Cloud Front CDN content delivery networks. There is another bucket, but it is used to capture the log. And then this is the multiple OTT device, means different kind of players, playback support with different players. So this is the simple workflow, and I hope that you understand this workflow. Now let's discuss about the complicated workflow, because here the customization is more. Let me zoom this one. This is the camera. This is live channel source, dual ingest support. Because here in this workflow, redundancy is available here. And the first tool, elemental media live, it live video processing, means ingest the live feed and transcode into multiple bit rates. Yes, what it does. Now, the elemental media package, originations and JIT packaging. JIT package of media live output in HLS-MSS and CMAF. Now, Amazon CloudFront, it's a content delivery networks, global distributions for HLS-MSS and CMAF versions of the live feed. And if you see back, if you see on the below, there is secret manager, CDN identifier header verifications. Okay, just getting the data from the main uh, this elemental media package. And now this Amazon S3 buckets, it's a demo preview player. It just captures the logs, and again there is a CDN that is connected to user, and here it's a multiple OTT device playback for the live streaming support on multiple device. So I hope that both the workflow, if we do the comparison, the tool one, that is elemental media live, is common in both the workflow. So what it does, it ingest the live feed and transcode into multiple bit rate. That is part one. Okay, media elemental live, this is not there in the first workflow. So here you are aware that what is the function of this elemental media package, and so on. Now let's understand the types of streaming, live versus on demand. The streamings can be divided into two main types: live streaming and video on demand. The live streaming delivers content in real time. Think virtual events, webinar, or live gaming, broadcast, low latency, and real time interactions are crucial here. Video on demand refers to pre recorded contents that users can play at any time, such as shows, training videos, or tutorials. Smooth playback and adaptive quality are more important than immediacy. Different streaming protocols are better suited for one type over the other. For instance, WebRTC is ideal for live video conferencing, while HLS is a solid choice for on demand delivery. I think this is the most important, uh, important, important important data, that WebRTC, you have already aware that it's a web real time data communications, is ideal for live video conferencing. Okay, if there is any live video conferencing, so we have to use this type of protocols. And if there is on demand delivery, okay, then we have to use HLS, that is HTTP live streamings. Now, transport protocol TCP versus UDP in streamings. Every streaming protocols builds on upon a transport layer, either TCP or UDP. Understanding these protocols explain why different streaming technologies behave the way they do. TCP offers connections oriented communications. It guarantees that every data packet arrives in order and intact. This makes it suitable for HTTP based streaming protocols like HLS and MPEG where reliability and qualities are priorities. UDP is connectionless and faster but does not guarantee packets delivery. It used in protocols like RTSP, real-time streaming protocols, and WebRTC, where the speed and low latency are more critical than perfect delivery. Now let's we talk about the important uh, data about the video streaming protocols overview. I think this is more important, that whenever we talk about the media's protocol streamings, so at least we know that which device supports which kind of protocols, why we use, what are the features are there, what applications is there. So at least we have to know. So we have already talked about, let's we zoom this chart. We have already talked about the protocols HLS. Okay, it support the TCP, means any media protocol streamings, if it transfer the data from one location to another, so we need some kind of transport, we need some kind of carrier. So that is a TCP, either it can do by TCP or UDP. So transport HLS, MPEG- and RTMP, it is supported by the TCP, and WebRTC and RTSP, it is supported by the UDP. Now here the latency of the TCP, okay, it's 5 seconds to 30 seconds. MPEG- moderate 5 to 15 seconds. RTMP, it is low 5 to 3 to 5 seconds. So you understand that yes, all the media protocol streaming support TCP, okay, but here the latencies are different, okay, and when we talk about the common users case like HLS just now we have discussed that on demand streaming or Apple device, okay, MPEG- it's a adaptive bitrate streaming. RTMP, it's also support the TCP transport, and it is live video ingestion to CDN. Now WebRTC and RTSP, it's a UDP and the latency, it supports UDP and the latency is ultra low, less than 1 second, and RTSP, it is also low, 2 to 5 seconds. So here it is video conferencing or live chat, okay, WebRTC, and RTSP, it's a IP camera or surveillance feed. Okay, so whenever you think about the IP camera, Okay, like surveillance or feeds or video conferencing or live chat. So just click that for live chat, WebRTC will support an IP cameras and surveillance, the RTSP. Okay, it will supports. So now the last column is what platform supports. The first is your HLS, right? HLS supports the broad support via HTML5. The second one is your web dash. It support Android, HTML5 and smart TV. RTMP, your OBS, YouTube and Facebook. Okay, and WebRTC, browsers, mobile apps, and RTSP, media players and security apps. Means, just to understand that whenever any customer comes and if he says that I need to run my streaming on YouTube, so in that case you have so he may be asked that which media protocol streamings will I use. So at least you have to aware that if the customers runs their stream on YouTube, so RTMP as media protocol streamings will be compatible, okay, to allow that one. Thank you so much. I hope we have covered a lot of things, the overview of AWS, and also we discuss about the media protocol streamings, okay, and what is their latency, what is their applications, and where and which playback we will use, and also we will compare the both the workflow on AWS features, and a lot of data we will get to compare both the workflow, and this is the basics details we will learn here on this topic, and we will also explore AWS on our next session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. And also please subscribe my channel uh, if you need any comment. So please